Yeah, so I was just wondering, like, when you are working, right? Do you feel like
Mm.
everybody is kind of progressing ahead of you, or like everybody is making their plans? By this year I want to do this, by this year I want to do this, and then you're like, okay, I have a baby, and it has to be
Yeah.
my priority, everything.
Well, Iylia wants me to drive.
Oh,
I haven't got my driving license,
mm,
and it was something I wanted to do. I told myself, okay, my 30th year, I will get it. So that was like last year, January. I'm like, okay, okay, this year I'm gonna work hard to get my driving license and things like that. And then after that, like February, we found out that like we're pregnant. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like it almost like throws the whole schedule off. Because obviously with driving, you also need like to set aside, money for the classes and things like that. And then it's like now with the baby on the way, like do I really want to spend my money on something that won't be a priority at this point?
yeah, I
Huh?
think I find like your parents and my parents are quite similar in a way where
Yeah.
they off like are very close to you and always
Yeah.
offer help.
I think the minute my parents found out, they drove all the way down from like Pasir Ris to NUH, and this is with the knowledge that like I might be giving birth like close to midnight, meaning there's cannot have
6 more
any
hours, yeah.
visitors. Yeah,
Cannot see,
visiting
yeah,
hours
you
are
cannot,
closed.
yeah.
So and they really came down, right? And they only saw us for like less than 5 minutes. They saw us being wheeled from the labor suite to the ward. And it's not even like to the ward, like inside, it's just like really like out of the labor suite, like on the
Yeah,
way out. Like, it's just like it was barely 2 minutes, and they were
yeah,
like, okay, it's okay, and I will we'll drive all the way from Pasir Ris to
yeah.
NUH for that 2 minutes.
How has it been
Yeah.
though, apart from Iylia?
It was the first time I ever saw Iylia cry. So he was sobbing really hard. Like I found him sobbing, um, and he was carrying Issei at that time. And I think that like also like it was very heartbreaking. But like I think we both know, like hard as it is, it's actually really like for the best. And yeah, it's just something that we have to go through like just day by day. And yeah, the initial stages were hard because with like taking on night shifts, like I said, like Iylia has always been there, even though he was like he sleeps sometimes, and like yeah, but knowing that like he is there to help, I think
Yeah.
it was comforting.
Mm,
But like yeah, when I first moved in and knowing that like, oh, I'm just kind of like pretty much by myself,
mm.
it was like very daunting, and like it just felt
But
very lonely. Like
when you
suddenly
say
you
you're pretty
feel like
much by
you're
yourself,
alone.
it's because your parents they don't wake up in the middle of the night to help, is it, for the night? No
Yeah.
helper.
Yeah, no, no, no one wakes up unless like I think there
You
was
need
just
help.
once
Mm.
where he was inconsolable, and then like a helper came in to like help with it. I mean, assist in the situation lah, like take over. Because sometimes it's like I'm also like exhausted from trying to put him to sleep, and when they're at that stage, just crying their hearts out and like just like flopping everywhere, that kind, man. And it's like maybe it just needs like someone else to carry,
Mm.
just something like yeah, just change a factor, to like maybe that could be the solution. And I mean for that night it worked lah. Yeah,
Mm.
but all other nights I'm by myself. And there was one night recently, also then like I think yeah, I just like he was waking up a lot more. And then also like I was just getting very exhausted. And then yeah, and then like Iylia and I were like texting each other saying like, oh, like we really miss like being together, being home and things like that. And then I think like all the emotions got to me. So like there was one night I was feeding Izzy and I just started crying very badly. Yeah, I was just like, oh my, like this is so hard, man. But like yeah, I just like had to just like cry out. And then yeah, and then like okay, it's okay, like tomorrow is like a new day, when I first got back to work, when my
Yeah.
maternity leave ended, I was like every morning I was like, I need my kopi.
So,
I
yeah.
think I think it's okay. I mean, even during pregnancy, I wasn't very strict about it.
Yeah, so my friend got me Starbucks yesterday, and I didn't know whether
Yes.
to drink it or not.
Oh my
So
gosh,
I
just
was
drink it,
gonna
man.
spread it out over 4 days. I told myself, okay, I will finish it in 4 days. Just sip, then open the fridge.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so it's
Oh
still
my goodness.
in my fridge. I didn't know if I could drink.
Right. So is he looking for number 2?
Yeah. He's like, anytime, man. But I'm the host. The whole
Yes,
body.
yes,
Like,
yes, I know.
so I told him, okay, let me get back to my pre-pregnancy weight first, because I think
Yeah,
I put on too much weight for the first baby, and
I
it
know.
didn't go away when the baby come out. I thought it would.
It's like, oh,
Like a lot of people told me, right, oh, you just breastfeed, then your weight will go down naturally.
no, it's
I'm
not,
like,
man.
no,
It's not
it's
for
not.
everyone. Do you find that like your shape, everything is just different?
It's different.
Different, right? Oh my gosh, like the hips. Oh, I mean, I know I had big hips before, but now it's just like, ew. It's just like, who is that? And then like with the butt also, it's just like, where did it go?
Different,
It's
yeah.
as if you give, when you give birth, like everything just also, it was as if the process of giving birth was the like defining moment. Like it was the life changing. Everything just went, don't know where. It's
So did
like
you feel like you were, is it such a drastic change? Is it like bottom heavy, then now you're top heavy? Or it's just generally just sort of changed
just
for
like
you?
heavy. Is it still the
Changed,
same?
it changed. Then now it's
Changes,
smaller.
right?
Yeah, it changed
Yeah.
when she came out, when I had milk lah.
Yes.
Like instead of like I wore the normal bras, right? Then it became flat suddenly because like it was like so full and like spilling everywhere,
Yes.
and I cannot buckle.
Yeah, it's
What's
like
this?
it just goes like sideways.
Yeah,
Like it doesn't
it's
go
like
like
it's
round.
pulling. Yeah. But when I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, why is that two droopy things?
I have to be very, very honest with that one. Because for me, I feel that I don't know if it's because that I started off with like not very like high and mighty.
Happy.
They were not like super up there also.
Yeah.
That like there wasn't much change. I'm not sure if
Okay.
that's the reason, because I have friends also who were like, oh my god, my boobs are down to my stomach. Like,
Droopy,
you know,
yeah. It was
yeah.
Boy, you can like
I
bounce
think
it.
that one also, because when you pump, you kind of like the content is like you're pulling out all the content really, right? So got like it becomes flaccid. Today is the first day I'm like wearing makeup like in a very, very long time.
Oh, yeah, actually
She was
everything
like,
you tell her, right? She will tell all her clients lah. But
it's
it's to
true
share
lah.
experience. Yeah, it's to share the
Yeah.
experience.
Did she tell you about like this client that like the house was all sealed up, like so horrible? The mother-in-law doesn't allow like any sort of ventilation because don't want any wind to get to her.
It's
And
a
then
Chinese belief, yeah.
yeah, and the worst part is the lady cannot shower, right? Cannot bathe,
Yes.
cannot shower.
Smelly, yeah.
And sleeping on electric blanket.
Oh my god,
So
why?
Kaida was saying that like even if she can handle it, Kaida couldn't. She was perspiring like crazy. But I remember I was very disciplined in like really only removing it when I'm supposed to. Because I know like some people really cannot tahan, and then they'll be like, you know, forget it. I'm just gonna remove this. But like I was like, no, like press on.
Yeah. I try to do that if she does she massages me at night or in the late afternoon, then I would sleep and then take it out in the morning.
Yeah.
Then clean the floor. Yeah. You should put on your forehead also, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes you just drop.
Yes. And then because I'm wearing glasses, it's always so funny. When she applied it, I'm like, oh, it's all the blob down on my glasses. Each and everyone's experience will be different too. So as much as like, you know, you have all this information readily available, it's not like, obviously it won't be catered and customized to your your context, what you're going through. So, you know, like it does get like sometimes a bit frustrating. You're like, okay, I'm reading so much about it, like how come it's not this way and things like that. Then I think sometimes you also just reach a point where like, you know what, I'll just figure it out myself and and just find what works for me. And you know, because I feel like as much as like I guess you can reach out to people for advice. But at the end of the day, I think it's also like to not have the expectation that like it
It
would
will
work
work
for
for
you.
you.
I think for me also, the reason why I also share is because I feel like I learned so much from other people, like from following people on Instagram and like social media platforms in general, and just like learning from their experiences. So it's just like kind of like paying it forward. And yeah, and I don't think it does any harm, like you just, I guess the more aware you are also, like the more you learn. So yeah, so I just
Mm.
yeah, I just love sharing things.